Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So my husband is back now, but for 4 nights last week he was home late because of work, so I was on my own with the 2 kiddos. So I decided to film an iteration of what I eat in a week with pre-diabetes / insulin resistance, except it was just 4 of my dinners. So basically a what I eat in a week with insulin resistance if I was single and didn't have to worry about feeding a husband. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so night 1 here without my husband, and as much as I love having him home, obviously for dinner, and prefer having him home with the family, I do have a couple silver linings that I like to focus on when I'm feeling stressed out and tired with taking care of the kids. So number 1 is it's too hard for me to try to feed both of my kids and feed myself for dinner. So a lot of times I end up just focusing on them for mealtime and then putting them down to bed and then eating my dinner. So it is now 7:59, almost 8 p.m. and really on a typical day I will not eat dinner this late because it does impact my fasting numbers the next morning. But when I'm trying to take care of these 2 kids, I just need to put them down, and then I can kind of focus on my eating, and I can turn on TV. Right now I'm watching Love is Blind Brazil, so I can focus on that and enjoy my meal. The second silver lining is that because I'm just feeding myself here, I can just kind of scrounge for leftovers and eat like a little bit of this and that I feel like fit my kind of lower carb lifestyle without having to worry about, oh, what is my husband gonna eat, etc., etc. So having said all that, let me show you guys what I'm eating for dinner today. So for my kids, again, since I was on my own, I just needed to feed them something really quick. So my dad gave me one of these Amy's organic soups. This is the lentil vegetable. He was like, oh, this is really good. Here, take a can home. So he gave this to me. So what I did was I actually cooked up some top sirloin that was thinly sliced that I bought from Costco. Basically like shabu shabu meat or hot pot meat for those of you who have tried like Japanese shabu shabu or like Chinese or Korean hot pot. Basically like thinly sliced beef that I cut up into really tiny pieces, and then I sauteed it, and then I added it to this soup because this soup is it vegan? Oh, it's certified vegan. So filtered water,
organic onions, organic lentils, organic carrots, organic celery, organic potatoes, organic diced tomatoes, organic spinach, organic green beans, organic extra virgin olive oil, organic garlic, sea salt, balsamic vinegar, everything's organic, spices, and black pepper.
So pretty good ingredients. Obviously with canned soup, the issue is higher sodium. So this one is light in sodium, at least 50% less than their regular soups. For a whole can, it's still 23% of one's daily value. But again, so my kids ate probably about half together, and so the other half is here, so I'm going to be eating that. And again, I added the meat just because I want them to have more protein. And then I have some leftover brie cheese, just a little bit, that I'm probably just going to finish off with some of these Trader Joe's organic garlic naan crackers. For those of you who have been following my channel for a little bit, I used to do a pretty strict like keto and low carb diet where I would never ever let myself eat anything like this, but I'm trying to be a little bit less restrictive just kind of for my own mental health. So 10 of these crackers has 19 grams of carbs, and I'm gonna probably eat like 5 crackers, so it'll be less than 10 carbs for 5 crackers, paired again with this brie cheese. And then I also cooked up a fried egg. Eggs are one of my favorite foods of all time, and it's so perfect for anyone who's doing like a lower carb lifestyle. It really is kind of like the perfect protein. What I hear often from people in the lower carb community is that they're so sick of eggs. If you're sick of eating fried eggs, just change up the seasoning. So I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite seasonings. This is a new bottle because I finished my old one, but this is a Trader Joe's Mushroom and Company Umami Seasoning Blend. The ingredients are kosher salt, dried onion, ground mustard seed, porcini mushroom powder, white button mushroom powder, crushed red pepper, black pepper, and dry thyme. And it's one of my favorite seasonings for fried eggs. So again, if you're getting sick of eating fried eggs, just mix up the seasoning and it'll taste new and different. So that is gonna be my meal for today. Carb-wise, 5 grams about 10 grams of carbs with the crackers, and then half of this can is about 20 grams of carbs. So, I mean, basically just 30 grams of carbs, and that's it. People say like things like lentils and legumes have a lot of carbs and might spike their blood sugar. I've already tested things like lentils and my blood sugar is fine, again, as long as I'm having like a normal size portion and not overdoing it. So this is going to be no problem for my body to handle. So dinner number 1, this is it. All right, so night 2 today without my husband for dinner. It's just gonna be me and the kids. And today I'm just feeling really, really hungry. So I'm not gonna wait until I put them down to bed because I can't wait till 8 o'clock. I need to eat right now. So what we're doing for dinner is I'm just heating up some leftover Thai curry that I had made last week in bulk, and I'm just gonna heat that up. So the recipe that I used was from, I think the Instagram account name is something like Trader Joe's 5 items or less. I'll link the account down below that I used as inspiration, but basically it's a jar of Trader Joe's yellow curry, half a can of coconut cream, and then I added vegetables. I added potatoes for my kids, I added carrots, I added onions, I added broccoli, and then for the protein I am using Costco rotisserie chicken that I just shredded up and placed right on top. And I'm gonna eat that with some leftover kimchi that I have. For my kids, I'm serving theirs with brown rice. I'm not gonna be eating mine with rice at all. It's just gonna be the curry, and I'm gonna give most of the potatoes over to them so that they can eat it. So that's gonna be my dinner today. Again, I'm so hungry and I'm really excited to eat this. Relatively low carb. I think my blood sugar is gonna be completely fine. So that's it. That's my meal for today. All right, it's the end of the night here, and I wanted to let you guys know that I did have dessert after my curry, and what I had was one of these guys, which is a passion fruit, and I split this between both my kids, so all 3 of us shared this one. And if you've never tried a passion fruit, it is a great fruit option if you're doing a lower carb diet. One of these guys has, I believe, about 17 calories and about 4 grams of carbs. And when you cut it open, you basically are just gonna be eating like the seeds inside. And the seeds are coated in this like jelly-like texture, really, really good. And so it's also very high in fiber, again, because you're eating mostly just seeds, and it is very, very high in vitamin C and vitamin A, and has a ton of antioxidants. It is a really, really good fruit to decrease inflammation. I mean, it's really a powerhouse fruit. So if you haven't given this a try, I highly recommend it. It's not very sweet. It's actually a little bit sour and tangy, but it really is delicious, and again, perfect for a lower carb diet. So I had one of these for my dessert and it was perfect. All right, so night 3 here without my husband, and it is definitely wearing on me. I can tell that my patience is very low. I ended up yelling at my 4-year-old today for really no good reason other than the fact that he was engaging in typical 4-year-old behavior. I apologized, I did my best to repair it, and my son and I are good, but it's a lot. So all of you single parents out there, you guys are badasses. I think the longest I've ever had to take care of my kids on my own while my husband was on a work trip was 1 week. And that was really 1 week longer than anyone should have to do. So props to you guys. And today is just another reminder that all we can expect of ourselves is what is our best. And today my best was just good enough. And tomorrow will be a new day for things to be better. So I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry. It is now 8:15 and I need food in my stomach ASAP. So this is my dinner today. The other day, my kids had udon for lunch, and of course they ate all of the noodles and left all of this delicious protein. So you can see here, there's just these big, huge chunks of meat left. I did add in and crack in 2 eggs to make it a little bit more satiating, and this is gonna be my dinner. I'm really, really looking forward to it because I am hungry. All right, let me go eat. All right, night 4 here on my own without the kids. Luckily, they were tired, so I put them to bed a little bit earlier tonight than usual. So it is only 7:46 right now. I get to have my dinner a little bit early today. My dinner plans got interrupted because my son ended up eating what I was going to eat for dinner, which was leftover chili that I had made. And if you guys haven't checked out my recipe video for that, I'll link it above and also down below in the description box. But he ate all of it, and I'm actually really happy that he did because I had put a ton of veggies in that chili, so he got a very nutritious meal. So I opened my fridge and I found this, which was leftovers from a weekend meal that my family had. I think it's like a pork ginger rice bowl. So I'm going to heat that up. I'm only going to heat up the tiniest bit of rice, and I'm also going to make 2 fried eggs for extra protein, and then I'm probably going to eat another passion fruit, except this time I'll just eat one all by myself. And I also wanted to share with you guys what I had for lunch today, because to me, this is what I consider a very balanced meal. I know some of you low carbers will disagree with me, but I have here half an avocado that I topped with salt and pepper. I have 5 slices of soppressata deli meat, and then I have 5 crackers with my leftover brie cheese on it. And those 5 crackers are 5 grams of carbs, I believe. And then I have 2 little teeny tiny cherry plums that are, they're really small. So to me, this is what a balanced meal looks like. I'm not restricting. I'm eating the crackers that I want with my brie cheese, and I'm also letting myself have some fruit. But again, I have that beautiful avocado and the deli meat to balance out the carbs that I'm eating. And I still consider that a lower carb lunch. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my dinner. Thanks so much for joining me these last 4 days while I was on my own for dinner. It made it a little bit less lonely. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna go to sleep. I will see you guys next time. Bye.